Good morning, guys. Welcome to the bird's nest. I hope you all had a good long weekend. I know I did. I was very productive and I'm proud of myself. But before I get into it, please, guys, like, comment, and subscribe for all your NFL recaps, news, and gossip. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. So, things are rolling along slowly but surely in the coaching shuffle. 10 teams either fired or had their coach quit in the case of Mike Tomlin. So that's 10 teams that needed a coach. Well, 3 of them are off the board. 3 teams and 3 coaches. We got Robert Saleh with the Titans. I'm so pleased because I care what happens to Cam. And so I'm so pleased about Robert Saleh going to the Titans. I respect him, and I hope that him and Cam work well together and have success whenever they're not playing us. And us being the Panthers or the Browns. And then, of course, Harbaugh went to New York. Oh, I have it. Harbaugh went to New York Giants. So, hopefully that works out for them. He's got the makings of a nice little something building over there with Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboo and Malik Neighbors. So they can do some building in this off season and maybe be something next year. We'll see. I don't understand these teams that stay bad for so many years. What does it take to turn it around? I don't know. I'm feeling like the Giants are getting there. And then we got, of course, Kevin Stefanski to the Atlanta Falcons. I'm happy that he's away from Shedeur, and I'm happy that he did not go to Cam Ward. Anybody that's bad for Shedeur is bad for Cam. So, at least we got him tucked away with some team I don't care about. People trying to make a thing out of it, talking about Dion is an Atlanta legend. Well, for what, though? A legend for what? Why is Dion an Atlanta legend? He was a very exciting player, explosive, the best, but he didn't win them no championship, and he left for more money. So they don't owe him anything as far as I'm concerned. Not only that, the owner that was there when Dion was there is not the owner now. So I don't know why people are all up in arms about Atlanta hiring Kevin Stefanski. Maybe it'll be good for him to be in a predominantly black city with rich black people, so that if he moves to a rich neighborhood, he's going to have rich black neighbors. And maybe that'll be good for him. But I don't care where Kevin Stefanski went as long as it wasn't the Titans and as long as he got the heck away from Shedeur. So I don't know why people are so traumatized by that. What they need to be traumatized by is the fact that he's a terrible coach. It don't have nothing to do with Dion and nothing to do with Shedeur.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have one ketchup, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. It shouldn't have nothing to do with them. And so now, y'all putting, or not y'all, I don't know if any of y'all did it. People are keeping Shedeur. What are you doing? What? I don't know what this person is doing. People are keeping Shedeur linked to Stefanski when guys are getting him unlinked is all we should care about. Please detach Shedeur from Kevin Stefanski. Please. Don't nobody care about him going to Atlanta. Don't nobody care. Let Atlanta deal with that. Atlanta fans, actual football fans, because the people complaining are not even football. If I had one guy go on this long diatribe and say, I don't go to Falcons games. Who cares what you think then, bro? What are you talking about? Stay your butt away. You wasn't going anyway, so why do you care? The football fans are happy to have Kevin Stefanski. Let them be happy to have a coach that lost more than their previous coach. Keep Shedeur name out that mess, y'all. He ain't got nothing to do with Kevin Stefanski. That boy on vacation enjoying his life and his name getting thrown into nonsense. I don't have nothing to say about it. He's away from Shedeur. That's all I wanted. And he's not with Cam. That's all I wanted. Same goes for Brian Daboll, who, as far as I know, ain't even being considered for a head coaching job. So, bye to both of them. Okay? Shedeur and Cam, that's what I care about. I'm also concerned about Penix. I haven't said it in a long time. The season going on, so, you talk about different things. But because Shedeur and Coach Prime got me introduced to football, addicted to it. Not introduced to it, because I've been following Russell Wilson for years, but not to this degree. I even went to some of his games whenever he played the Panthers, when he was with the Seahawks. I went to, those are the games I would go to, would be Seahawks games. But I wasn't watching football like that. I was mainly just watching Russell's stats. I wasn't even watching his games. So Shedeur, well, Coach Prime got me watching Colorado. It wasn't even Shedeur. I didn't watch any of their shows, and I knew about the kids because, Coach Prime and Pilar's divorce was all up in the tabloids and the blogs and everything. And so I knew about the children, but I didn't know them like that. I started watching Colorado because of Coach Prime. And it was then that I got hooked on Shedeur. From watching his pressers, it might have started there. I just really admired him and his that dog in him. And so then I started consuming more and more and more information on him. And because I was so locked in on Colorado, which I also locked in on the NFL at the same time, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to watch the NFL now because I gotta see the landscape, because my nephew about to be in it. So I started watching Colorado and the NFL at the same time. And so all of the quarterbacks that I would hear about that first year at Colorado, I became attached to them. They my guys too. I like them. So if my team's not in it, I got other guys whose teams I can watch and enjoy and root for them and have some kind of feeling to it. Because when it comes to football, I like to have feelings associated with mine. So Michael Penix was one of those guys. So here's my guys. So I had a good nice little playoff run right there. I got Bo Nix, that's my guy. Y'all probably heard me say that before. Jaden Daniels. It was Michael Penix. It was not Drake May. It wasn't him. But now I done adopted him because he's balling. And Caleb Williams. Those are my guys. 5 guys, except Drake May. He just joined on this year. I was rooting for them because I had heard their name before and heard of them balling out in college. Well, Michael Penix did not get the same opportunity as the rest of his awesome quarterback draft class. Imagine 3 quarterbacks, and it may have been more. I don't know Drake May's draft position. 3 quarterbacks going in the first round. And they sure don't have that this year. But Michael Penix was drafted at number 8 in the Atlanta Falcons. See, I ain't know nothing about the Atlanta Falcons. But the fact that they did this, the GM and the coach deserve to be fired for this alone, in my humble opinion. They drafted Michael Penix at number 8, and then they signed Kirk Cousins to a pretty substantial deal, if I recall correctly. It wasn't some big giant deal because he's aging, but it was a big deal. And they started Kirk Cousins. They ruined Michael Penix's rookie season, in my humble opinion. You know, you want to go for all the rookie awards, offensive rookie of the year, that type of thing. They took that from him, just like it was Stefanski took it from Shedeur, except they did it even worse. Michael Penix started 3 games in his rookie season. So this season right here, the 2025 season, was really his rookie season. So he didn't look fantastic. It was his rookie season, just like Shedeur. He only started 3 games the previous season at the end of the season. And then he became the starter because Kirk Cousins stunk it out. They let Kirk Cousins stink it up for a very long time before they pulled him out of there. That was a terrible mistake that they made, drafting a quarterback in the top 10 of the first round and then signing a free agent, an old one. And what was the goal? For Mike to learn behind him, like y'all say is a good thing? How did that work out for Mike this year? He looked like a rookie. So no, I never did buy that mess. And Michael Penix is a case study in that ain't necessarily the way to go. Some people learn better on the field. So, unfortunately, because Mike looked like a rookie this year, who knows if Kevin Stefanski's even going to like him and give him a chance. He can get rid of him. Who knows what's going to happen there? Who knows what conversations have been had? But Kevin Stefanski is with the Atlanta Falcons. Mike, sorry for you, bro. I hope it works out for you. I hope it works out. But that ain't got nothing to do with Shedeur. Don't be attaching his. He is not attached at the hip to Stefanski. Don't nobody give a damn about Atlanta and Deion used to play there. Deion done played for 3-4 teams. And he got Super Bowl rings with 2 of them and wasn't none of them Atlanta. Don't nobody care about that. Don't be associating their name with Kevin Stefanski. Nobody care. Good luck to y'all with that man. Well, Fernando Mendoza has had the best final season ever. Got his Heisman Trophy. Now he got him a championship. About to be a first-round pick. Go ahead, Fernando. I'm not really on this year's quarterbacks. It was, for me, it's the 2025 and the 2024 quarterbacks. It stops there. It's not some continuous thing. Those are my guys. I already named my 2024 guys. Then we got, of course, Shedeur. We got Jackson Dart. We got Cam Ward. Tyler Shuck wasn't my guy, and so I'm not gonna adopt him like I did like I did Drake May. I don't feel like adopting anymore. My guys are my guys. So Shuck is not my guy. He wasn't. He just never was. It would be like saying Dylan Gabriel's my guy. He was never my guy, and neither was Shuck. So those are my guys, and they are who I ride with. So I had a good run in the playoffs. Caleb went far, and he fought to the end. I'm proud of him. I'm expecting him to continue to be, these 2 years of quarterbacks. They got next. They got now. 2024, they now. Everybody upset about Josh Allen. Everybody wanting him to be the best quarterback in the league and whatever. I don't even care about that. He's out the playoffs. I don't love him. Because I love Keon Coleman. Y'all know I love me some Keon. I love me some Keon. And in my humble opinion, Josh Allen hampered his development with this everybody eats nonsense, where he want to throw the ball to 8 different tight ends and wide receivers and running backs. Like, There's no wide receiver one, but it is. It's Akil Shakir. It's him. It's him. He gets all targets. He was getting them last year, and he getting them this year. He has been going with Cook a lot. That's a running back, right? I think that's a running back. I could be wrong. Or is that Cook mid? I think it's Cook. But Keon barely gets targets for 2 seasons. How is that going to develop him? Y'all expected him, and why y'all call him wide receiver one? Because there's 2 wide receiver ones? Because Panthers got 2 wide receiver ones. Is that why they call Keon that? Because Josh ain't never treated him like that. I think there's been 1 game in 2 seasons that Keon had like 7 targets in a game. Once. So, he doesn't get targeted much. He's not being developed. I wish they would trade him and let him have a career away from Josh Allen, who runs that team. I don't know why they fired the coach. Josh runs that team. And it's his, to an extent, of course, it should be. Just like it will be with Shedeur next year. Like Shedeur said, I know what I like and what I don't like. That matters. You've been saying that for like the last 3 press conferences. What I like and what I don't like. And Josh does not like a diva wide receiver. He got rid of Stephon Diggs, chased him out of town. Because Stephon expected to be wide receiver 1. And why shouldn't he? You see what he's doing now. Josh is out and he's in. So, everybody's upset because Josh cried at the press conference and people are coddling him and they're not coddling CJ Stroud. It's not a race thing. It's not a race thing. Because they ain't coddling Bo Nix either, and he done broke his damn ankle. So, that's the bad thing. The Broncos made it to the conference championship, but they got to do it without their quarterback. I hope their backup been getting reps. Good luck to him. If without Bo, I don't care. Like I said, I support players, not the team. So, without Bo, I really don't care about the Broncos, and they was playing the Patriots anyway. And between those two, I was going to root for the Patriots. And then that other game, I don't even care about the Rams and the Seahawks. I don't, there's nobody there that I care about. I'll watch the game just because one of them is going to the Super Bowl, but I have not watched any of their games this year. I don't care about them. I don't care about the Lions. There's a lot of teams I don't care about. The Cardinals. Of course, I don't care about more teams than I actually care about. So, coddle Josh all you want. He in Cancun, baby. Don't nobody care. I don't care what they say about Josh. Them coddling him ain't getting him to the Super Bowl. So, I don't care. I'm moving right along. I'm ready for the Browns to hurry to get this coaching thing going. The Browns have not had an in-person interview with a person of color yet. I don't think any of I think their only in-person first-round interviews were with Tommy Rees and Jim Schwartz, because they work there already. All the rest of them, I think they were done remotely. And you have to interview at least 2 candidates of color. I'm not going to say that they got to be black because I'm not sure that's true. I don't know that. They could be Latino. I don't know. But there got to be 2 candidates of color interviewed in person before you can hire a coach. And the Browns have not done that yet. And of their 2 candidates making it to the second round of interviews, the 2 that are black appear to be biracial to me. Mike McDaniel from Miami. I wanted him. I don't know if I still do. I don't care. So Mike McDaniel of Miami, and don't get me lying about that other guy. He's a Rams offensive coordinator. he's appears to be biracial too. So he's still in it. As long as he's still in it, they can't interview him. And unless they find him another black candidate who's going to know that he's being brought in just to fulfill that requirement, I just don't think that's going to happen. They have to wait until that guy is out of the playoffs. They cannot interview him until he's out, and they can't hire anybody until they interview him. So I don't know what's going to happen with them. I hope they don't lose. I don't know if they... I'm not worried about them, actually. Because if worse comes to worse, and I don't even know if that's worse, Jim Schwartz is a viable candidate for head coach. He's one of my favorites. I wanted Mike McDaniel, but now I'm not really sure about him as a leader of men. I am kind of intrigued by Udinski. So I guess those would be my choices. You know, Schwartz, Udinski, and Mike McDaniel. But it works in our favor, sorta. Not even really, but maybe a little bit. That nobody's expressing interest in Mike McDaniels as a head coach right now. Like, nobody's snapping him up. They're not snatching him up, and they snatched up Kevin Stefanski. He better than him. And Kevin Stefanski is not a leader of men either. That's what they say is Mike McDaniel's problem. Kevin Stefanski isn't either. He doesn't even get along with people like that. So I don't know why nobody wants Mike McDaniel, but it could work in our favor. We could hire Udinski as the head coach, Shal, a 30-year-old head coach, and over Short, I don't know how this is going to work, but we could get maybe Mike McDaniels as our offensive coordinator, because ain't nobody hiring him for that either. He has not been hired. And then they saying Daboll is being considered for offensive coordinator roles. Oh, and Sanchez got an interview. Who's interviewing Sanchez? Finally. Not Sanchez, Flores, Brian Flores. I think it's the Ravens. No, Steelers. I like that. If the Browns refuse to have Brian Flores, okay. Look, you know I got love for the AFC North, even though they are rivals. I want to see them do good. I want to see the AFC North be strong, be formidable. So I like that for the Steelers. That's a nice follow-up to Mike Tomlin. I like that. So good luck to Brian Flores with the Steelers, because people were not snatching him up like, you know, many of us expected. So shout out to him and good luck with that, because you know with those Steelers, you got that job security as long as Mike Tomlin don't come back next year. I don't think he's coming back. So we'll just wait. We will be waiting at least until next week, unless they bring in another black candidate and somehow convince him that he's really in the running. I got a feeling it's Schwartz, because they're not rushing. There's a reason for that, because they would be losing their candidates waiting. But not all of them. I mean, there's still 7 teams, 6 other teams that need a coach that haven't gotten it yet. Let me think. Miami, that's a good... I don't know what to think of Miami. It's a nice climate. Miami's a nice climate, but they don't have a quarterback. They have a concussed quarterback who they just signed for a lot of money, and I don't know why. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not sweating it. You know what? Whoever they pick, I'm just gonna roll with it, because all I care about is the development of Shedeur, Deion Sanders. He is QB1. I think that's the Browns are telling their candidates that he's QB1. We'll let him have a little competition with Deshaun, but we don't expect Deshaun to win. He's QB1, and Jim Schwartz is our defensive coordinator. He not going nowhere. I got a feeling Jim Schwartz is the coach, y'all. I'm thinking they may want to sign. It would be good to be the offensive coordinator with Jim Schwartz as the head coach. As I stated before, because the offensive coordinator would have control of the offense, because the head coach is a defense guy. So, he ain't gonna be, he can't micromanage you because that's not his expertise. So then we would need a hot offensive coordinator. I don't know if it's gonna be Tommy Rees. I don't know what he's capable of because he was with Kevin Stefanski, who runs a very conservative offense. So I don't know what's going to happen with Tommy Rees. So we got to wait for the coaching hire for all that. It's the middle of December, January. It's going towards the end of January. We need that guy hired by February because then everything's going to start jumping off. The combine and stuff like that. So, and we'll see. We'll see. And then the draft in April. On a personal note, I finally got tired of people coming in my house and not bidding on it with my boxes all over the place. And took this 3-day weekend to organize. All the boxes are in one room and all the furniture is back where it belongs. I had it all piled up in the living room because I may have shared that I was packed up and ready to go on the truck when my realtor called me the day before closing and said the deal fell through. And those moving guys just threw the stuff back in the house. They wasn't trying to be neat or nothing. We could barely walk in there. What's going on up here? It's a lot of traffic. They weren't trying to be neat or anything, so we kind of got it together a little bit. We thought it was good enough. All these people traipsing in my house, and nobody ain't making no offer. No. So we have to get this together. So I got it together, and hopefully we'll sell the house. Y'all know I got Cardi B tickets in Philly for April. We got to be in Philly by April. Girls are just driving for it, but let's be in Philly by April. Anyway, that's it, guys. I just wanted to check in. I did good in the playoffs. 2 of my guys made it, but one of them got a broken ankle, so really only one of them made it. And I'm rooting for the Patriots. I'm rooting for them. I want them to take it all away. So they play the Broncos with no quarterback. So that might work out for us. Hey, and if the Broncos backup quarterback shines, good for him. But anyway, y'all, detach Shedeur Sanders from Kevin Stefanski. We don't care about Atlanta. Let Atlanta deal with that in Atlanta. Keep Shedeur's name out your mouth. That's your coach. He ain't going nowhere. Y'all ain't getting that man fired. Him losing will get him fired. Him starting that quarterback musical chairs in your organization, if the GM lets him, will get him fired. We'll see what happens. Y'all, thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day. And please, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Mwah.